Hey everybody, and welcome back to Pausing Palsy, where we hit the pause button on cerebral palsy so we can look at the person and not the disability. Today, we're going to start a series called Teaching Tuesdays. On Tuesdays, we're going to give you a video that takes you a little bit more in depth and gives you an educational approach about a topic dealing with either disabilities in general or about cerebral palsy. Today we're going to start that series with talking about accessible parking. So we'll tell you a little bit more about why it is so important that these spots are available and who's supposed to park there. So you do have to have a placard or a plate issued to you to be able to park there, but we're going to talk a little bit more about why it's important to not take these spots and not necessarily the legality of it and everything. So make sure that you like our video and make sure you share it so that way more people can learn about why this accessible parking is so important. And comment down below about some other videos that maybe you'd like to see in the future. And of course, subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Most people recognize or are familiar with reserved parking for those with physical disabilities or handicap spots and how they have a designated area beside the vehicle. But what most people may not know is why that area is there. Sometimes we will typically see people parked in that area or parked very closely to that area. And the reason why is because some vehicles need a lot more space to access a wheelchair or maybe some type of equipment that they need to be able to get out. Some vans are equipped with ramps that open up from the sides, and they need all of that space there for that ramp to come down. In this video, you can see that I'm prepping the wheelchair first, getting all the straps out of the way, so that way it's a lot easier once she goes into the chair for me to access everything, so it makes things a ton easier. You'll see here too that when I pull her out, I will put my arm under and pull her shirt, so that way I get that tight, so that way that doesn't ride up when she gets into the chair. And that definitely makes it more comfortable for her. And then as you see, it takes a little while to get everything set up, get her in. This is why this area is so important for us, because if that area is blocked by someone, or if I have to park somewhere that area isn't open, it takes quite a bit of time, and I either have to do that behind the car where cars are going in and out and it's a little bit dangerous, or I have to go put everything up on the sidewalk, and then I'm having to go back and forth, and I'm not able to just focus on her and get her in her wheelchair safely. That is why it's so important and vital that if you do not need this spot, do not park in handicap accessible areas, do not block the hash marks, because this space is needed for people with physical disabilities who are unable to get in and out of their vehicles freely. They need plenty of room. If you do need this for accessibility reasons, we're going to put a link in the description of the video. That way you can apply for it and have your doctor sign off on it if you are in need of accessible parking. There are lots of types of accessible parking. Here is a more preferable style to the way we have our vehicle set up, because you can access the rear of the vehicle a whole lot easier. If you see those hash marks though, whether they're in front of the vehicle, behind the vehicle, to the sides of the vehicle, do not park there. Even if it's for just a few minutes, or you think I'm just going to run inside real quick, please don't do it. Because as you see here, what happens when you do park beside in that hash mark area, or even if it's a typical parking spot, and why that area is needed, is the wheelchair, and Skylar has a bit of a smaller wheelchair, cannot fit. And as you see, the cars in this video aren't even parked all that close to the line, and there's still not even nearly enough space. And once you open the door here, it won't even fit between the cars. So it's very important to leave that space open and make sure you don't park there even if you think it's for just a few seconds. Please make sure you leave that space for people who absolutely need it.
I got some good news and bad news.
You got good news and bad news? What's the good news?
But we are at my school.
We are at your school, yep. And what's the bad news?
But it's closed.
It's closed. Yeah, we came on the weekend to film the video so that way we wouldn't disturb anything, huh? But it'll be open tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching our video. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to our channel so that way you can see upcoming videos, and then comment down below some future videos that you might want to see from us, and we'd be glad to do them. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.